Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, the youth of Nasarawa State, and good morning, the youth of Nigeria. I believe today you see my face, as for a longer time I've been away doing one or two things. And today is going to be our last day for the trainings, and also is going to be a wonderful class for us since we are going to have a freelancing model which you all believe in. And the way things are going now, I would like to talk to the youth to also call their attention to let them understand that all these days we've been doing trainings and all that for free for every one of us. We believe that the knowledge has been shared, and all we need is waiting for you to implement such knowledge into reality. As we all know that digital job creation has a lot to give to everyone, has a lot to give to the youth of Nigeria and Africa in general, with the new concepts, with the new initiatives, with the innovation processes, and also the entrepreneurship activity. We all believe that education alone cannot give us everything, but when you are innovative, as I always said, and when you have an idea that you can share to everyone, it's going to give you a very good thing to focus on. The youth that were here with us, the youth that we are giving you all these initiatives, the youth that they are giving you all their time to see that they have given you a lot of things for you to focus on. So please, I'm always begging you, the youth of Nigeria, use these initiatives, use this time of a strike, of ASU, of a thing, and all that. Use it for many things, many good things that will help you to showcase a wonderful informations, a wonderful time, a wonderful activity within the states and the nation in general. Let's become the economic booster. Let's not wait for everyone, as in all the government. Let's not wait for the government to give us all we need. We just need to do it ourselves. We need to create that initiatives. So I hope you have a wonderful time with us, and we are ready to also come up with a scenario of helping you guys by mentoring, empowering, and also coaching you how to succeed in the digital world today. Today, like I said, is going to be a closing time for our trainings, and I believe we are going to have a second assessment today, which we're trying to pick the key people that are ready to focus and also give us a very good, wonderful activity. We need to pick, among you guys, there must be serious ones. There are ones that are just waiting for attendance to take. There are ones that are waiting for a kind of giveaway. But the ones that are ready to learn, the ones that are ready to benefit on these wonderful initiatives, I believe they will be the ones to also achieve more on this wonderful class that we have. And today we are going to have our second assessment, as I said. And apart from second assessment, we are going to have our final examinations. So please, for those of you that actually used to just send to us that attendance, we believe that when we have our final examination tomorrow, we are going to see who and who supposed to get attendance, and who supposed to be empowered, and who supposed to get this wonderful thing that we are having for you people. we have something which we cannot be able to tell you. We have something for you that we can't tell you for now. But with the exams that we are going to send to you by tomorrow, we believe that from there we can be able to know who will benefit on this wonderful empowerment program by His Excellency the Engineer Abdullahi Esule, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, the Digital Governor of the year, and also our able member of digital economy and e-governance. So please try your best, be part of this, and I hope, praying and also praying always to see that the youth of Nasarawa State and beyond have achieved these wonderful initiatives. So thank you and God bless you. Today we are going to have visitors from all the way from different angles that will join us today to give us a word of encouragement and also to add more value to what we've been doing so far. So I believe we are going to have them maybe in a few minutes time. We believe a lot of people will be coming here. You'll be seeing a lot of people here. And please, I'm always begging, try and concentrate, get this exam done. Make sure you do your best and make sure you come up with a very good initiative that will help us to empower you people. We are always here for the youth. We are the youth and we are always here for the youth. We will help you a lot when it comes to digital system. The digital system is for everyone and it comes to stay. It's not living. It comes to stay. So thank you very much and God bless you. You can take it.
Good morning, everyone. With the hope that you're all doing well today, right? So today we won't waste much of your time. We'll just go briefly to what we are having for the remaining days. Do you understand? So, as the SSA has said, we don't have much again. This is the last class that we're taking for this free. You understand? So, and we'll be taking our second assessment. Then we'll go through revisions together. Also, we'll be having our final examinations. So the final examinations is to filter those unserious ones that always come for attendance, that always come for unnecessary discussion in the comment section. We'll just keep them one side until when they are serious to join and want to progress, then we'll take them. We'll go with them, right? So I'm encouraging you people, the ones that will be serious, if you are to sign your attendance, right? You sign not the attendance. If you are to take your assessment and the final exams, do your best to concentrate. The exams is not something that is difficult at all. We're not making it difficult. So people just have problem of concentration, or they just don't want to do anything, but you want to see everything like with ease. You want to just see everything on a platter of gold. You want to get everything like that. It doesn't work that way. Remember from yesterday's class, okay, so remember yesterday's class that Emmanuel was present with us, and we have Idris in Dagwa, and he was in Dagwa that he was telling us that there's no shortcut to real success. Just like the way you see people hustle online, offline, that's how we hustle online. But the advantage of hustling online is that with a computer, with a phone, you have the power of doing so many things, right? You can work in more than 10 offices using your computer and your phone and internet connection. You just need to set up your work area. So today, I will not go too far into more discussion because we have Farouk here in the building, and Farouk will be taking us through freelancing, and also his co-presenter. We have his co-presenter who will be introducing himself first. Then the both of them are going to take us through what we have in a few minutes, right? So you people, Farouk, Malik Ibrahim, I hope you are all set. Is Farouk? Farouk, are you available?
Very much around.
Okay. So Malam Mubarak, are you available? Can you hear me from your end?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm much more
Oh,
available.
okay. So we'll make this thing a little bit snappy for them because we don't want to go too far. So you people, you have to concentrate and listen to them. If there's anything for us to share again after this, we are going to do that. So who you people know who's take next? So I think Madam Mubarak has to come up and introduce himself and just give a little bit of presentation. Then Farouk is going to take over also to share their wonderful experience with us, guys. So, Madam Mubarak, the floor is free for you to handle. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you. We can hear you clear, very loud and clear.
Okay. My name is Mubarak Okusi. I'm a community expert, a development expert, working with Center for Information Technology and Development. And yeah, I'm going to be the tutor to the topic freelancing. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, is your slide ready? Are you ready with your slide now? Okay. So we'll wait for him, and then Farouk will start taking over. I think Farouk will start with the presentation before Mubarak comes up. So Farouk, I guess you are ready, right?
Very much trying to project the
Okay.
slides.
So let me add up your slide.
All right. Good morning, everyone. And I believe you can all hear me. If you can hear me, just drop I on the chat section. So, wow, most people are not hearing me. I didn't see any I. Just I, as in I. Uncle Z, does that mean people are not hearing me? Okay. So, all right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Shabu Abu Farouk. And today I'll be taking us on freelancing. Then I think can I control? Okay, don't worry. All right. No worries, Zed. I got it. So we'll be talking about freelancing, and what we will basically be looking at here today are just three things. So the most important three things actually in freelancing. So we're going to learn about what is freelancing itself, and then who is a freelancer, and how do you become a freelancer. So we're talking about how do you become freelancer, which means the skills you need to start freelancing. Okay, and then freelance communication techniques, how you behave and how you communicate to the society as a freelancer. So please do call my attention in the chat section if I'm too fast, if I'm too slow, if you're not getting, because the goal is for you to acquire knowledge and not just listen to people's voice over the internet. Okay, so if I'm too fast, you call my attention. If I'm too slow, you call my attention. If I'm confusing you, call my attention. If you have a question, you drop it in the chat section. Are we good to go? All right. So first, we're going to talk about freelancing. So freelancing, as I have it here, is a contract-based profession where instead of being recruited in an organization, the person uses his skills and experience to provide services to a number of clients. So basically, being a freelancer means you are a skilled individual who have the potentials and qualities to deliver to people who need those services and potentials from you. So being a freelancer means you can be a doctor and be a freelancer because you have the skills and you're a professional practitioner. So I think doctors mostly do freelancing jobs in Nigeria the most, because I can see I've experienced a situation where doctors jump from this hospital to the next hospital. They're actually not full-time employees of that hospital. So freelancing means you have the skills and potentials and the experience to deliver a quality service to people. So you cannot just be a freelancer when you are not up to the standard of your clients, because somebody may give you a job and at the end of the day you don't deliver the exact same thing they required of you. It means next time they will not call on you, or next time they will not refer you to someone else. So basically you're going to lose your connection to clients. So to be a freelancer, it means you have the skills and you possess the quality to deliver your tasks to your client. So freelancing is actually an art. So there is these two words that people most especially confuse for this. So freelancing is an art of you being able to deliver your skills and potentials to your clients. So the next is, who is a freelancer? So a freelancer is now an individual who has the skills and potentials to do the act of freelancing. So a freelancer is an independent laborer who earns wages on a per job or per tax basis, typically for a short-term work. Okay, so being a freelancer, just as I said earlier, I'll present earlier on defining what freelancing is. It means you are not going to be tied to a specific organization. Just because you have a long-term relationship with clients you work for regularly doesn't mean you are an employee of that client. So being a freelancer gives you the open room to be able to work for multiple individuals. You can work for multiple companies. You can work for multiple entities at the same time. A hinge, and you should be able to have a confidential your client should be able to trust you on the security and confidentiality of their work. So being a freelancer means you shouldn't have an open mouth where you discuss your client's secrecy with other people. So you should take note of this. This is actually out of the class, so you should take this as personal advice. So you should be able to keep up to secrecy as a freelancer, so that you'll be able to maintain and retain some of your clients. That is a free advice for the class. So a freelancer is an individual who earns on per tax basis. So being a per tax basis, as I've explained, you can be able to work for multiple companies, multiple brands and entities at the same time. So the job they gave you to, for example, you're a graphic designer. If you're to design a logo for a specific company, that is a tax, and such kind of opportunities are referred to as gig. So that is a tax. That's a tax given to you by a specific company. Another company may decide to tell you, okay, we want you to just design a letterheaded letter for us. That is another tax. So those tax put together, when you are an individual that has the skills and potential to deliver those tax basically to those two different entities, makes you a freelancer. So you're working for an individual. Let's, for example, you're working for a specific company whom you are not on their payroll. You only work on a contract basis. So they call you for what they need and you deliver to them and they pay you and you go away, makes you a freelancer. In the layman understanding, I believe we understand that. Yes, short-term contracts. Alaga work around. Yeah. So let's move on. I believe I'm not fast and I'm not slow, and you're getting the concept of freelancing. Skills needed for freelancing jobs in Nigeria. So basically, I just listed a few of the skills, but being a samosa maker, for example, you are typically, if you'll be able to prepare samosa and sell out to people. Let me use something that doesn't spoil quick, not a quick perishable food. Let's say peanuts. Okay, for example, if you're a peanut maker, you make peanuts and you sell out to shops who buy those peanuts from you. You're basically a freelancer. So some people will try to say you are an entrepreneur because you do the art of buying and selling, but you have skills to prepare something. So it's the same thing as you have this graphic skill to design a logo. Okay, and then you get paid for that item. So for you to have a skill to be able to deliver to a client, on-demand basis makes you a freelancer. So some of the basic skills you could easily navigate around on the internet these days, and have the opportunity to have clients who will patronize you, and when you become a freelancer includes coding. So I believe you learned web design in the program earlier the past few weeks. Let me just use that. So that is actually a skill that can get you a freelancing job. Okay, so coding, which is programming, it might be web design, it might be native programming. Okay, so you have graphic design, just like Imran took the last class on graphic design. So those are basically skills you can learn on your own on the internet, and you can be able to secure jobs. Or you can learn through open opportunities, something like this opportunity presented to you here. So I believe some of you must have learned one or two things along the line of this program that will enable you to have the potentials and skills that somebody will hire you for your service and you get paid for it. So we have digital marketing, video editing, copywriting, sales, project management, user interface, and user experience design. So let me just take a quick explanation to some of these few things. So freelancing is actually open for anyone who has the skills and ability to deliver, which means if you cannot pick up anything from anywhere, you should be able to pick up a specific niche, just like we have been saying throughout this program. You should be able to pick up a specific niche so that you narrow down your skills to that niche and be able to perfect that skills. So when you perfect that skills, people will seek for your professional service, and they get to pay you for those services. Just like I've earlier advised before, don't work for free for your family or friends, because when you work for free for your family or friends, I don't know if you're going to call yourself a freelancer or free givers or should we call you a free freelancer? Okay, so don't work for free for your families or friends, because you're never going to become a freelancer. A freelancer should be able to cater for his financial needs. A freelancer should be able, because you don't have an office, you don't have an employer, so you should be able to use your skills to earn something that will be able to sustain you, and so be able to learn more on your field, because on every blessed day, new things pop up from every skills that you're doing. If you're a graphic designer, there are new skills that are popping up, new things to learn on graphic design on a daily basis. So the field is actually wider than most of us narrow it down. So as I was explaining, video editing. So you can go into video editing. So you can start video editing as small as something with your phones. During yesterday's class, I was in the class and I meant to understand that some of the millionaires YouTubers started YouTube channels with their mobile phones, as small as Infinix Note 5. Somebody made mention yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so you can start video editing. I can remember I started graphic design with a mobile phone, like this app, photo editor. That's the first app I started using to edit photos. So you can start basically everything with a smartphone. And just as I've advised earlier in one of our classes, when you're going for a smartphone, use a phone that can deliver. So don't just buy a phone because it's a smartphone. Buy a phone that can actually deliver. So get a good smartphone and you can start video editing. You can even do professional video editing because the tools are there, the applications are there both on Android and on iOS. So the applications are out there. You can get the applications, you can get a pro version. If I will shock you to your own greatest surprise, most of those big celebrity comedians that you see around, some of them they started with mobile phones. They just have to pay 1,000 or 2,000 naira to buy a pro version of video editing application, and you won't be able to see the logo there. And they shoot those videos and they post it and you laugh, right? They put their name and their Instagram handle or Twitter handle on the videos, and you laugh and you use those opportunities to go and check out more content from them, right? So starting up as a freelancer, you need some of those basic skills. So video editing is actually awesome. You can start with video editing because it doesn't take much. It just takes creativity. So you need to have the creativity in you so that you're able to unleash the creativity when you see the opportunity. So the applications are out there. Most of them are free. Some of them are free to an extent that you get to pay for a pro version to be able to use some of the features. So digital marketing, just as the class digital marketing happened a few days back, so it's still an opportunity out there. You can be a digital marketer where you market your goods, or you can even market for other people, just like affiliate marketing and the rest. So the opportunities are actually out there. Basically, everything about freelancing that we're talking here is more like everything that we discussed from the day one of this program to today. So what we're talking about today is how you can be able to make a better judicious use of those skills you have learned in the previous classes, and be able to be an independent employer of yourself, so that you'll be able to earn wages for yourself, okay, and be able to promote yourself, or you can even start a brand or an entity using this opportunity. So copywriting, so you can be a copywriter, just as you learned in our previous class. Sales, so it's just more like an affiliate marketing. So and project management, you can be, if your skills are like project management. I think Imran Zaid has explained some of those concepts in our previous classes. You can just go back to the videos and watch them in. So if your skills are like good in managing projects, like any type of project, when we're talking about projects, I know some of you feel like maybe it's a school project where you write chapter 1 and the rest. No, that's not basically project management. Project management is actually wider than this. If I want to build a 2-story building, and I don't know how to start building a 2-story building, and somebody out there is a graduate from civil engineering, I believe that person who has learned all the most important things of starting a building and the rest, has the potentials and has the ability to deliver, can manage that project for me. That 2-story building can become a project, and you can manage that type of a project as a civil engineering graduate who knows how to deliver. You might even be a graduate, even when you are in school, you can deliver. I can remember being in school and be able to fix 1 or 2 things, and your lecturers will call you to come and do it. Okay, so project management is actually wider. It's way beyond the concept of writing projects and materials for other documentations and the rest. Okay, project management goes way beyond that. So you can actually be somebody that will be hired if someone has a project and they need it delivered, and you can be able to manage it. You know when this should be started, you know when this should be taken next, you know all the steps required to finish that project. You can actually go into project management. Okay, sorry, can you give me a minute? All right, thank you very much. Someone called my attention that the background voices are distracting. All right, thank you, goals. Okay, I believe there are no more background voices. You have to bear with me. I'm actually somewhere that has to be noisy, and a typical Nigerian setting. Okay, so just as I was saying about project management, it goes way beyond writing school projects. So don't just, for the fact that project is mentioned there, doesn't mean that it's basically a school project affairs. Okay, so anything that you're about to start that requires steps to reach the conclusion or to achieve your goals means it's a project. So anybody with the skills that knows when to start and what to go next and how to conclude for you to achieve your goals is an individual that has the skills for proper project management. Okay. So user interface and user experience design. So some people actually confuse these 2 things, or should I say 3 things, but you're basically looking at 2 things: UI and UX design. So let me just take a quick brush up through them. Some people are actually graphic designers, and they can tell you I can do UI and UX design. Okay, you are wrong. You can be a graphic designer, be a UI UX designer. These are 2 different professions. But if you have the ability to design, some people have the ability to design actually icons. So you're a graphic designer, you're not a UI UX designer. And then UI UX design as a skill on its own is your ability to be able to design a user interface. So most of the application you use in a professional and standard setting, before you create those applications, you have to use the experience of a UI designer and the experience of a UX designer. Okay, so a quick explanation to these two terms is being a UI designer means you are an individual with the skills who possesses the skills to design a user interface of either a mobile application or a desktop application or a web application. Okay, so your ability to design the interface makes you a UI designer. So sometimes why these two actually comes together is because people who go into UI design have no better option than to venture into user experience design, because if you can design the UI perfectly and nice, the most important thing is not just being perfect and nice, it's not just being beautiful and does not serve its function. You need to be able to tell how the user experience feels and how comfortable, because the goal of any design you are designing is to pass on information, just as we discussed in our graphic design class, right? So if you're able to design the UI but you cannot meet up to the experience of the users, it means you haven't done basically what is required of you. So being a UI designer means you can design the user interface, just like the YouTube you see there are UI designers that design the interface. But then where you see the share button, where you see the watch button, where you see the play, where you see the forward or backward buttons are actually the user experience designers that actually portray how and easy to access some of those things for the user to actually enjoy their experience of using those applications. So the user experience designer actually has the experience, and they actually don't just have the full experience. They make surveys and research on where it should be best to put some of those icons and navigation buttons on the user uh, interface design that actually sells out and make it easy for the user product. So being a UI designer means you need to actually learn user experience design. So you can design a perfect UI, but if your user experience design is actually poor, you cannot determine where, for example, if Facebook should hide the notification button inside another page, so it means you have to open another page, not the home page, to find the notification button. It means your user interface design is getting to a poor standard that the users will not actually enjoy the experience of using Facebook, for example. So just using that for example. Okay, so these are actually two professions. You can strictly go into user experience design, where you make surveys on how users feel comfortable. So how users feel comfortable using a specific product. Okay, so you can go into user experience design as a skill on its own, and you learn it. You can learn user interface design as a skill on its own. You can basically, but it's advisable you take the two. That is most instances the two always come together. So, so these are basically some of the skills you can learn on the internet. There's so many of them out there. There are so many of those skills out there. You can learn some of those skills, and you can perfect your skills, just as I've been saying, perfect your craft. When you perfect your craft, your clients will come. Because if you should just, if for example, you make I don't know what to use as a simple example. Okay, so for example, if you can be able to make a car out of a paper, as in a car that looks like a real car model, a model of a car out of a paper, trust me, that is a skill. And if you're able to perfect that skill, Lamborghini will be able to hire you to design a model of a car for them using what they use to design models of their cars. Okay, so anything that you have as a skill that someone will require that service from you, that skill of you into promoting their business or brand or entity, you are technically a freelancer. Okay, as long as you're going to get paid for it. So mind my words, as I've said, if you have a service, a skill that you deliver to people and you don't get paid, you're not a freelancer. You're not a freelancer, you're a free freelancer. Okay, so being a freelancer means you need to be paid on your service that you deliver, the skills you put into those service to deliver. Okay, so anytime you get someone call you for a specific task that require you to use your skills and your ability, it's called a gig. So you become a freelancer when you get paid for using your ability to deliver those tasks. So there are basically more of this and skills out there. You can learn virtually everything as long as someone will need that service. Okay, as long as someone will need that service and will require your professionalism, is freelancing. So freelance communicate. So our mode of communication in freelancing. So we're going to discuss about this mode of communication. This is the most important part of being a freelancer. Okay, so it's just like every other profession. Being a freelancer means you are freelancing is actually like an umbrella body of every other professions that people have skills and ability to deliver on. Okay, just like I made mention of doctors earlier. Okay, so some of those things require guidance and mode of communication. Okay, so the first thing I have here is learn to listen. So being a freelancer means you have to learn to listen. You have to learn to listen to your clients. You have to learn to listen to criticism. You have to learn to listen to people around you and what they say. Okay, so your ability to learn how to listen to people, how to grow yourself in any skills you're providing service to people as a freelancer. So you have to learn how to listen to people. You have to learn how to listen to your clients, because listening to your client is one of the most important things. When you listen to your client, you get to understand their demands and how you can meet up to those demands. Okay, so it's important you listen to your clients first, and then you listen to the people around you, and you listen to criticism. Okay, so I know some people, for example, if you are a web designer, you design a web page for a client and somebody, you will show it to your friend, and your friend criticizes it, and you take it personal, like your friend doesn't like you, your friend doesn't even know how to do it, you know how to do it, but he's saying it's not fine. Okay, so but if you people around you sometimes may not tell you the truth, or people around you sometimes may tell you the truth. But the most important thing is when you learn to listen, you learn to figure out things. Because when you listen to people, sometimes what you don't see, others see. So it's good for you to listen to people, because what you don't see, they may be able to see it. There is something that maybe as a doctor, you prescribe medication for a patient, and that is basically on your own examination. A patient answer a few questions from your interrogation to the patient, or should I say interview to the, and then you end up prescribing a medication to the person based on that. There may be another doctor close to you that may have noticed there is a specific question you need to ask. They finally determine this prescription you are giving to this person is actually for this. Okay, for example, if somebody should come for example, if a patient should come to the doctor listing out all the symptoms of malaria, and then there is another symptoms. Those same symptoms can be the symptoms for another sickness if another symptoms is included into it. But maybe the doctor failed to ask that patient that one symptoms that could finally determine this is more than just malaria. It could be malaria and typhoid. So when you listen to your client, to be able to understand what they need, and then be able to deliver to them. So if, for example, your client wants, for example, being a graphic designer, your client wants a logo, and from when he starts explaining to you the concept of how he want that logo to look like, and you say, "Oh, I understand." You just collect the work. You will go and come back, because your client will feel like, at the end of the day, when you put up that design and bring it to your client will tell you, this is not actually what I was saying. That is because you didn't take your time to listen to what the client was saying. But if you take your time to listen to what the client was saying, you'll be able to understand more better what the client needs. So you learn to listen as a freelancer. So when you listen, you get the opportunity to understand what your clients want from you, and then you'll be able to deliver. So in every field, you learn to listen, being a freelancer, just to understand the concept of what your client wants, so that you'll be able to deliver on your mandate. So check your body language. So another thing is to check your body language. So checking your body language means in every profession you're going to be, for the fact that you're going to take up freelancing, you don't want to work for anybody, you don't want anybody to pay you, you don't want anybody to put you under stress and duress. So you have to understand that your body language actually speaks a lot. I remember there was this client I was working for, and the client was like, "Do you get angry at all?" Because we were working together. He sit beside me and tell me what to do, and I do. So he has told me to do so many things, and I did exactly as he said. Sometimes he will say, "Do this," and do it. Sometimes he say, "No, destroy that and create something new." I will destroy it and will create something new. And he was like, "Do you get angry at all?" Because throughout that period, I was smiling. There was a smile on my face. Even though I was angry, I put up a fake smile. Okay. He said, "Do you get angry at all?" If he will even refer me to someone else tomorrow, or tomorrow he will, if he has another bigger job more than what he is giving me now, he will give me, because I probably maybe have showed them a better attitude towards my communication. Okay, so one of the most,
Okay, guys. Farouk,
yeah,
can you hear me?
we are going to pass.
Okay. I'm sorry. Please. Yeah. You can.
I can hear you, Zed.
Sorry, please. I think I will have someone here that we would like to introduce to the audience, so they'll have a little bit of talk. Who has a little bit of talk. So the SSA will be coming in soon, please. Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Um, Ladies and gentlemen, we are sorry. We have our father here. When you heard of IT, I believe the father is here. With us here, we have the president, Computer Professional Registration Council of Nigeria. We just chatted him yesterday, and he said since it's anything that has to do with the youth, he is ready to join, and he's our father. He's here to tell us more and the benefit of how we can achieve in this in digital world. Our father, you are welcome, sir. In person of Mr. Kole Jagun. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, SCICT. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Good morning. I hope I'm not taking too much of your time. This is your very laudable program.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Mr. Jagun, Kole Jagun, President and Chairman of Council of CPN, that's Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria. It's actually, I'm very impressed with what you are actually doing in this hub. With the hub, I'm very impressed with the program. I've gone through the program, which is the Youth Empowerment and Entrepreneurship Program. And I want to assure you that we have the support of CPN. That is, if there are, in this your program, if there are areas or if there are participants whom you've identified will be needing the support of CPN to assist them in what they intend to do, please don't hesitate to let us know. We want to support them. We want to encourage them. We can actually, even if it's if the youth, the participants, if they are ready, we can even organize a discussion with them with some of our top flight IT professionals, that's in the corporate sector, so that they can gain more. So we are ready to support, and I want to commend you for what you are doing. I want to go back a memory lane. What you are doing now, I actually took part in one of such programs. I hope your youth will not call me ancestor now. In 1987, I took part in an entrepreneurship program similar to this, and that program then was done in the NYSC camp. I was a youth corps then in 1987. I was during the orientation camp. The minister then, they brought in some people to teach us about entrepreneurship. And 1987 till now, that's if you calculate it, that's over 44 years now, over 40 years. What I learned then is still what I'm using now in my corporate, in the business I'm doing. You find out that a lot of things you gain from things like this, all this entrepreneurship program, goes a long way in helping you to become a better entrepreneur. And that way you'll be able to succeed in what you are doing. So I want to tell all the participants here that this program they are going into is actually something that they should take very seriously. For instance, I was listening to the last speaker, Farouk, on freelancing, and I saw what he said about the things you need to know, what you need to abide with when you are trying to communicate and all that. It's very, very important. So, dear participants, you have over the last few days or few weeks, you've been doing a lot of things. One of them, issue of fundamentals of digital marketing. There are a lot of topics I see here: introductions to graphic design. These are things that are happening right now, and you should seize upon that opportunity. Introduction to web design and development. And I can show you that if you take your time and try to excel in what you have learned here, there is a lot of opportunities out there for you. There's a lot of opportunities out there because the world has gone digital in everything that we do. The COVID-19 also made it even more. The COVID-19 pandemic made it even more interesting. Made it more. Made our profession. Made this what you are learning now to the demand for it has even grown seriously. So please, participants, take what you are doing seriously. The organizers here, I want to commend the SCA RCT, that's Mr. Haruna Sani. Thank you very much for the opportunity you are availing the youth of not only Nasarawa State, but other states. So the DNI Hub is actually doing a good job. CPN will always collaborate with DNI Hub, and we are ready to assist in whatever way we can. So I want to say congratulations. And the participants, I hope you have gained a lot because they have seen a lot of interesting topics here. And I wish you all the best in all your endeavors. But please, you have to work hard. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes cheap. You have to work hard, put in a lot of effort. If you do not put in effort, you don't expect to get anything out. Now the hub has given you, is equipping you with all the knowledge that you need. It's now left for you to turn this knowledge into a gold mine. It's now left for you to mine the knowledge and turn it into something that will generate revenue, that will generate wealth, that will also create or make an impact on the society. So thank you very much, and I wish all the participants all the best. The organizers, I will say kudos. You're doing a very good job, and you should keep it up. Thank you very much. Yes, participants beyond Nasarawa. Yes, I also know that. So that's what I said. That's the beauty of being virtual. You can have participants from all over the world. So well done, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your kindness and time given to us. Thank you so
Welcome.
much, sir. All right, sir.
Thank you. Like I mentioned earlier, I have another meeting at 11, so I'll need to go now. So I wish
No
you all the
pro-
best and keep it up, please.
no problem, sir. Thank you. May God bless you, sir. Thank you so much.
Amen. And all
All
of
right.
you. Thank you.
All right, sir. Farouk, you can take over.
All right. Thank you, sir. And thank you, CPN President. Thank you. Really appreciate your presence. It really means a lot to us at DNI Hub and even the participants of this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing the program today. So, hi everyone, we are back. Okay, so I'll just pop in and then, since this is the last part of our discussion, we'll just do a quick discussion on it. But please don't forget to comment attention if I'm too fast or too slow or you are not understanding anything on the chat section. All right, thank you very much, everyone. So we're talking about your body language. So just as I've been mentioning earlier, you mind your body language, your facial expression to your clients as well. Okay. So the next thing is double check before hitting the send button. All right. So being a freelancer means you have the opportunity to work. You have the opportunity to deliver your skills and services to a large number of companies, individual or entities. So you can be a Nigerian and you can be working for a company in let's say Germany or Russia or the US or UK. So it means you won't be able to jump from Nigeria to those places, but you can be able to work with those people from as far as that those places can be virtually online, just like this. Okay, so it means your communication has to be online. So you need to double check any information you are about sending to your client. I can remember I saw a joke on the internet of recent, and somebody got got a job from Russia to work a freelancing job actually to work for a client, and then the client contacted him on WhatsApp because it's more easy to communicate here. Most people actually understand communication on WhatsApp more better than emails because sometimes some people it takes them days to check their email. So the client was chatting with this guy, and the guy mistakenly sent a sticker to the client, and that was how the guy blocked him. The client blocked him, as in, like, it shows unprofessionalism. So when you're working virtually, you need, because why I'm emphasizing on this and why I try to bring this into one of the most important things as your communication skills in freelancing is because most of our work are coming virtual, just as Daddy said earlier, that the COVID has actually made the demand for tech jobs go wider than it used to be. Those days, if you tell a school you need to run your school hybrid, maybe half physical people can come to school or they can join your classes as they are happening online, they will be like, no, that is a waste of resources. But when the COVID hit, some people actually opted in for full-time online classes, right? There's some schools that are well to do opt in for free full-time online classes. So they were able to take a full session virtually even before the COVID standard got reduced and people started interacting physically. Okay, so the demand then for tech jobs and skills was there, high, but it is now more higher. Okay, so you need to double check whatsoever information you are sending to your client to authenticate those information, and you need to put in professionalism before you hit the send button. So you need to double check your grammar. You need to double check the content of what you are about to send. So you can't, so you don't you won't be working for example, you won't be working for a company A. I don't want to use people's company's name to promote their business for free online here. So I use company A. Assuming you are working as a freelancer for company A and company B. Maybe
Mr.
company.
Farouk, I'm sorry. I need to interrupt you small, please.
All right, sir.
All right. I'm sorry. We are having wonderful people here in our program today. and I believe the youth are ready to hear from them. We have, later we have our president, Computer Professional Registration Council, and now we are having another wonderful man, a man of the youth, man that wants youth to be innovative, creative, and also to be self-reliant. Is a person of Mr. Amos. I used to use programmers. Is one of the beautiful names there. So Mr. Amos programmers will have a kind of a word of encouragement and also have a word to do, a lot of things to tell our youth, because this program is for the youth. If you are at the age of 85, 86, 87, you can join us because you can turn yourself to be part of the youth. We are ready to take you as a youth too. Since Mr. Programmers is making himself clearly that if at all God will give him another age, he will give him a very young age. But when you look at him, he is already old, but all he's doing every single day is for the youth to have more values to the community, which he's always been doing for a longer period of time. So Mr. Programmers, you are welcome. Our youth are here for you. Thank you.
So thank you so very much, my honorable Haruna Sani. I say this is, I must give kudos to Nasarawa State government for putting this together. Well, my name is Amos Emmanuel. I run Programmers Foundation and a software programmer, and also the chief software architect for Programmers Software Limited. And Programmers Software Limited is a pioneer capital market software solution provider, and this is our 25th year in the sector, and we are still leading. And that is to tell you, for anything that we want to do, you must be an innovator and you must actually defend your dreams, which is about what you do on a daily basis. So I perhaps feel I have the time now, or will it be later on? Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir, you can go ahead. Use your floor. You can go ahead.
Excellent. Thank you. So I would love to share a few things with you. I hear the subject matter today talks about freelance, and you can't freelance without innovation. And I'm particularly very happy that for almost 2 weeks or 2 weeks now, the state has put this together for youths across I will say across the country, because in terms of participation, I can see the spread, and that this goes around. And this is why the incubation program must be a must for every government. Incubation program must be a must for every government. We insist that this happen in every other states. So today, you permit me to just share a screen. I was just told just last night that we need to share something here, and I think we want to be able to speak towards these directions. So I'll share my screen briefly. Let me try this, share screen. I want to pick my screen to share. 1 minute. Okay. And that is this screen. May I know if you have my screen?
Not yet, sir.
Hello, sir. I'm not really. I think you can check the private chat section. You see, I dropped you a message there.
Okay.
Yes.
One minute, please.
Yes. No problem.
Let me click on the share icon there. Yeah, I did. That's what I did.
Yes. So you see three. Yeah. You see share screen.
Share slides.
Yeah.
Okay. From Google Slide, my computer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, sorry. It's like I may have to download. I was trying to run it directly from my browser. Let me just get it down so I can send the document there.
Okay. We'll give you a little bit of time.
Okay. Let me go back here. Share slides. This is from Google Slide here. Okay. Allow. This file is strategic planning models. DNI. Confirm if this is the file.
Okay.
Sorry, just trying to confirm. Okay, no, this is not the file. Google. Strategic. Okay, you know what? Let me just download this file. Download PowerPoints. Downloader. Share from downloaded version. Share slides. Video file. Download. Okay. Process have a problem sharing your video. Sorry, I'm wondering why it's not allowing me pick that file to attach. Let me see if I send that to you.
I think you can transfer the file to the SSA maybe through WhatsApp, then we'll integrate it to the system here if you are finding it difficult, huh?
Documents.
Yes.
Documents. Apologies. Let me just see if I can share that, send that file to you direct, so you can share from there also, if possible. Downloads.
So guys, while he uploads the documents online, I guess you have been listening to what Farouk has been saying since. So freelancing is all about you having a skill, right?
Honorable, I've actually sent that file to you. If you can load it from there for me.
All right. No problem, sir.
So guys,
No problem, sir. I've gotten it.
Sorry, Honorable, I've shared the file with you. If you can actually help me share it from there. Your browser is having trouble sharing your video. That's the message I'm getting here.
No problem. We can share it to you soon, sir.
Honorable, I just shared that file with you directly. If you can hear me.
I can hear you. I'm trying to share it to you. No problem.
Share screen was supposed to just allow me to share my screen.
Share it, sir. No sharing. You're not processing.
Hello, can you get the file?
Can you see the file is uploaded? It's on the screen.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Aha. Right, excellent. Right, hello, is my sound okay? Can't seem to get speaker sound. Why? You know what? Let me just log out and come in again. Is the sound okay?
You can go ahead. We are hearing you. It's okay, sir.
Oh, excellent. All right, then. But then you help me flip. I don't think I'll be able to do that from here. So let me just say that we have to just put this together, and the direction will be that we'll be looking at what we have actually done on ground to help people who are interested in this new generation, whereby freelancing is about the way to anything. And this actually will impact on future, productivity as well as employment. So we'll look at introduction, and I looked at what freelance is all about, which I think previously we won't delve too much in what meanings and what of that is, but subsequently we're going to see that. Then we're going to look at certain basic exposure of what relevant innovation contents and sectors that freelancers, people who are interested to offer services to people for rewards, what areas are there that you can pick interest in them, or perhaps you are already doing things in them. And lastly, we'll be looking at this strategic how we can actually make certain strategic planning culture be there within us, and we can actually also make it sustainable in the model that the UNICT for Seeds have actually been working on for many years. And I'm happy to have been on this working group for a long time. So let's get next page, please. Right. Then the message here is that freelancing will almost be about e-services. And we are talking about an era where digital transformation, advisor and planner has become a major e-consultancy for a lot of people. Before now, in the course of this program, many youths have been put through different areas of opportunities for which, if they can learn, they will actually be able to do one thing or the other and not seeking or begging for jobs. And they can actually immediately, creatively create ventures that bring food to the table. And we will look at all these as e-services, because all this would not have been possible if the digital ecosystem is not in the transformation journey that we are all moving into. So we say that the only way freelancing can benefit us from the numerous opportunities that abound in digital transformation processes will mean that a society such as ours must imbibe in culture to help those of us, I mean all of us who are innovative. We are creative about what we do, we know what we are doing, and we need to unlearn and relearn the strategic planning culture that can make us survive this growing, economic benefits that is playing between productivity and employment. You will agree with me that it will become very unattractive for you to be telling yourself or telling anybody that you are a job seeker. You are not a job seeker. You are actually a job creator. So that paradigm, that message, I'm looking for job, I'm seeking for job, is no longer fashionable, it's not attractive. And quite frankly, don't be surprised when you are looking for people to help you in your services or enterprises, and you can frankly not just get them because you need to tie them down for 6-8 hours per day. And these guys can freely offer services on the platform that would even attract you to get onto their networks and give them the kind of duties or so that you have to do. And it may not necessarily be by way of employment. So it's actually the other way around. Things have changed so much that we ourselves now need to put up that productivity cap, that venture creation cap than the job seeking cap. So it's not going to be about political manifestos, quite frankly, where we listen to a manifesto, perhaps a politician is telling us, I want to create 1 million, 10 million, 20 jobs. No. Such jobs are actually no more anywhere, and is no longer a myth that those things are not there. You create what you do and not just end from where you do not sow. So this is actually the reality of freelancing, because the next person to give you that service will be waiting to get a service done, not a job. Because two things, a job is not equal to service. A job means I can be in a room for 30 days, 31 days, and I get paid a salary, perhaps for not even doing anything. But then in freelancing, it's equal to a service, e-service for that matter. And in service of today, you obviously cannot earn unless you have actually offered a value, a service. And when you say innovation, innovation has content. These contents need to have value. So you don't just innovate, you must ensure the innovation that you are creating has the value that is value added, that can bring food to your table. And that is where competition now comes in. And why this is why this incubation program that you just actually got from national state government right now becomes very relevant to every youth in from any part of the country. So next slide, please. Now you can stand out. You actually can stand out as a service provider. It does not matter what corner of the state you are. It does not matter. Your state, your local government, a particular one small hub or whatever shanty that you are there, whatever service that you render, it does not matter. Now, a typical me, for instance, because I'm a very small software provider and I ordinarily just leave after my name, and perhaps I could tell anybody. I may not have written I've never written an application letter. I need a job before in my life. I challenge my life, challenge myself, offer the products, maintain the product, maintain the name, and of course defend that name to the last. And I'm talking about 25 years of maintaining and pioneering computerization in the Nigerian capital market as well as the Ghanaian stock market, where brokers in Ghana, you still use my software till today, and we have done this for 25 years. You may actually follow the fact that people say that foreigners are coming to, there's influx of foreign products coming to take over local products. Please look at the records. The Nigerian capital market or the Ghanaian capital market does not welcome foreign options to the local products. And that is exactly the status. You may have a bank sometimes who probably may have gone to buy a foreign package, but quite frankly, what happened at that time was that people were just buying things because they want to maintain, they want to belong. So it was sheer clout. They were just like wanting to be like the bank that is located in India, the bank that is located in Europe or in the US, but not particularly that they really cannot have those products designed and developed within the country. That's not the thing. And why is it that Nigeria is a freelance destination? Is that these capacities are all over the place. It's just that we're actually not identifying with them, whether as a government, whether as a private institution. We are yet to identify with them, except perhaps those outstanding ones that have made their names and they are doing the best they can do, and they are actually making sure that their products stand out and of course can be competitive, alongside any other foreign option. And this is why I say that, like for instance, this image was created at the 14th Info Poverty World Conference Stakeholders Network program at the UN headquarters. That was perhaps in 2014 or 2015. And you can see players who are contributing to doing one thing or the other. Please just continue to do your work. Don't think people don't see what you are doing. But to be frank with you, this is an OCAM report. This image is actually an OCAM documentation after the 14th Info Poverty World Conference. And everybody knows Programmers is always there. And we are not just going there to speak. We have data on the ground for the whole of this year up till 2030. We are on the field. And that is why what has brought about the idea of an incubation for every youth and innovative mind in the country, because it will take us to develop this country. It will take us to maintain and actually build a digital economy. A digital economy obviously will not be bought. It will never be purchased. It won't matter how much of the national budget you want to direct in that area. Be you the small innovator, the small creative person, you are contributing to the overall national development, and you must continue to do your work. And you can see within Africa, you'll see a whole lot of other organizations, and you can see Programmers stands out there, even though you also have other countries being marked here for people who are doing one thing or the other, that is actually noticeable at that level, that they know that people can benefit from what they are doing. This is about freelance standing out with you knowing what you have to bring to the table, and not just that I'm looking for a freelance opportunity the way you say you're looking for a job. They are two separate things. Please, the next screen, please. All right, just by sheer definition, that freelance is a model, as a freelance model is a professional model. It's actually quite professional. You're on your own. However, unlike other models, they represent themselves. You would actually have had this. They don't have contracts or associations with any modeling agencies, making them responsible for finding and booking their own jobs. So while this may require more work than models signed and agencies complete for them and all that. It gives freelance models more freedom over their work and may allow them to earn more money, avoiding some associated costs that can drop the revenue they can possibly generate. And the rest of the story, sometimes on the internet, is full of what possible freelance can do. Today, freelancers offer services 100% virtual. So when you say no regulation, there are actually some form of corporate governance that bound what you are supposed to do with whoever is giving you a job to do. So you realize that though you are in Nigeria, you can actually be working with a company in the United States. And guess what? Freelance community build-up is like outsourcing. You see, you share the best practice of different geographies, the best practice of the United States with a typical Nigerian working from Nigeria. You are coordinated by the best principles that makes anybody to actually offer any job, whether someone is doing it for you or you are doing it for somebody else. So there's actually this cross-national best practice that you actually enjoy in terms of corporate governance, best practice, and so many things. And that is actually the open doors you get under freelance. And that's even enough for the regulation, because regulation this time around is not just cast in stone. It depends on what you do. And these things also differ, So let's see more. Now, we now look at the innovation content areas. I'll probably just limit it to about 4. There are about 8 categories that we actually identify, particularly in the course of our work in the UN World Summit Awards, for which I'm the national expert for Nigeria. So in this case, we realize that we need to make people identify that there are certain sectors will make more meaning. You don't just innovate. You need to innovate where there is need. You need to innovate where there is possibility of revenue prospects. Because why do I need to innovate when I don't expect any gain? It doesn't make sense. You are innovating to solve a particular problem, and this problem should be such that when solved, you actually get a reward for what you have done. You don't have to bank on a godfather. Sincerely, you are so free that there is no godfatherism. There are actually no threats of people not putting you in a level playing field, and that is the kind of market. It's actually a very big, marketplace that we're talking about. And today, the advent of connected technologies has enabled ecosystems, and platforms to scale in ways that traditional businesses cannot. So you'll be surprised that you'll be doing far more than what some other traditional ventures are doing. These ventures may not even have web presence. They may not even be still doing anything that is really relevant to digital services. They are still at their brick and mortar stages. Those organizations, those businesses are finding their way out, and they are highly disrupted and can never be party to the future that we are already talking about. Then notedly, you realize that such platforms like Alibaba, you wonder, we all know the owner of Alibaba. You want to ask, what actually is his job? What does he do? Do you know what he just simply did? He has offered a platform. And guess what? Freelancers are living big on that platform. Many freelancers are living big on that platform. But yet, the services offered by Alibaba is not offered by the originator, is not offered by the owner of that platform. He's just offered a platform. Nigerians have benefited, Ghanaians have benefited, Kenyans have benefited, Africans generally, talk less of every other person across the globe. So you can imagine the kind of level of innovation that people actually try to create. So please don't think your innovation is too small, your innovation or your thinking, your knowledge is too small. And I'm sure you may have heard this many times in the course of this program. Then subsequently, you also hear that, just to leverage on that they do not provide the services that they get offered on their platform. E.g., if you look at Freelancer, Uber, Airbnb, all these guys are unique organizations riding on Alibaba to make kill of revenues. Of course, Alibaba will be there enjoying the essence of what he has put together. The other is actually that they don't create content that gets generated each day. Now look at the Zuckerberg of this world. You probably think he's the only one that sits down to do all this job. Nope. He might just be the CEO. He might just be the founder. Numerous services rest on Facebook right now, Twitter, YouTube. Look at YouTube. Do you know how much these bloggers make on YouTube? I'm sure in the course of your program here, where you learned how to use YouTube for profitability, women succeed in technology using YouTube. Youths succeed in technology using YouTube. In the creative arts, they've done immense work, also succeeding in technology using YouTube. All these things go without, they obviously won't go without a benefit. So there's actually so much that you can actually put all this together, and these platforms are meant to do that. So you as a freelancer, is just to be sure that you need to know your audience. Then this means there are more opportunities for all of us to innovate. They have offered the platforms for freelancing to boom. Okay, next page, please. So we now actually go into some of our recommended areas, which, like I said, I will only talk about 4 of it, and of course, is a lot more, But then we'll actually look at open government and citizens engagement. Our politicians and governments need help. Yes, our politicians and governments, I repeat, they all need help. It will take, the innovators, to take these freelancers to reposition their services, to reposition whatever it is they do, and offer these services through respectable channels. And you'll be surprised at the kind of jobs that government never told you exist, that they will actually identify with you, that you have actually found the job, developed the job, and there is actually a project waiting for you to do with the government. So many. Now, by the definition of what we look here, we just want to read a little bit of them. That it has to do with services, that's got to do with open data, democratic participation. So if I know there are things and opportunities in these areas, why don't I just sit back and put up a product? Now, citizens engagement, the government and citizens engagement category actually means integrate the citizens into public administration and increase citizen engagement. If you can actually offer something in that light, you have a work to do. You actually have something to do, and they are numerous. Now, also, if you deliver content-rich solutions to the public and connect such public, including the individuals, businesses, and organizations to government is waiting for such services any day. Now, enable threshold access of information, data, and procedures, and make public services accessible to all. These are the characteristics of any good government anywhere. Wants transparency, wants computerization, and all these kind of services you offer that could be planned towards this area that we classify as government and citizens engagement kind of innovation and services. You are already on the right track. Like we told you, a freelancer is a very confident service provider. You are as confident as anything, because you'll be able to make your returns, and you gladly will be able to offer it at the terms of the service the person that actually requests for the job, because you'll be working towards after an MOU. I want this, I want this, I want this, and you are actually being checked for what you have done. So getting your money, in fact, the confirmation that you are being paid is to tell you that there's actually no risk, no threats by anyone in the society. So you are so free. Next, please. Next slide, please. Okay. Of course, look at the health sector, where you have Medicare, you have sports, and perhaps lifestyle. You see, health and well-being solutions addresses things that meet healthcare needs of citizens and patients with innovative content applications. The area of health is a no-go area. So if you have products that can be channeled along this line, and you don't have to be a computer programmer to take the benefit of innovation. If you have all these ideas put together and you're able to get 1 or 2 other people who are into development together, they can actually project and bring out what your vision and idea is. So that at the end of the day, you can actually address whatever dreams that you have at the back of your mind, and that turns to money for you. Okay, next screen. Look at education. Right now, we are on an emergency. This program being put together by Nasarawa State government, to me, ranked first. It ranks first at the state of an economy, or the entire continent has educational crisis right now. And let me just report that at this stage, this project documentation should be put together, because it's actually what presenting at the next Info Poverty World Conference come November 2022. We all know that this is about what a leader needs to do to put up programs that can incubate people that have creative minds. And you see, when COVID-19 came, it provoked even people who were not even ready to innovate. People who were not even prepared became automatic innovators, because they had life-taking chances to die, and you have to think to save a life. So more innovators actually came out within the period. And what you need going forward is not by just looking at targets of money and what have you. Please, the money we need as national budgets should go down to incubation replanning. We've all missed it. We've own degrees, we can't do what we have gone to read. But please help those who are in school, so that we can actually redirect whatever it is that they are doing in school now, and making them come out of the institutions, not because they read those things to do those things after. They were not after examination. They were to defend what they have read. As they are stepping out of school, you must be having a product, or you must be having a service. So once you are out of school with your degree, or you've passed your exam, you have a service along with it, or you have a you have a product along with it. Why are you coming out? Will anybody call you a job seeker? You are never a job seeker. I did computer science, I did finance and banking. I came out with a complete accounting package development, and I had to now create a niche by looking at the target of Nigerian market. And I'm telling you, I have done this for 25 years, that no external influx can displace what I've done, unless you have put the sacrifice I've paid to create that product. That's what I can be displaced from the market. So this is actually what we're talking about. You don't need to know anybody. So that's the spirit going forward. Now, you see, look at the environment and green energy. We have so much opportunities. There are so many things that doesn't make sense to a lot of people today. When you say sustainable energy, we still don't have power. Most of us are talking about generating sets. Is generating set the way to go? There are so many energy services and solutions that are available. But sometimes we probably feel maybe we ourselves don't want the solutions. Because quite frankly, if I can close my eye and open it in a normal climb, I don't see why anything that frustrates NEPA will still stand, because there are enough innovation and enough innovators that can outshine all this and give us power anywhere you stay. I'm currently talking with you with some solar powered energy, because if I have to bank on energy or power from NEPA, bank on energy or from other sorts, perhaps fueling, it would not have been possible I do this at the time I need to do it, and for as long I need to do it. These are the issues. And when you have these opportunities, please enforce the power, chase it, do it more. And that is actually what will make you stay and stand out and make it enduring, that such a service will always have you match to where you tend to go. Don't forget, you are getting money and revenue, you are also solving society's problems. So there are two things, exactly two-pronged things that you are doing. You actually can be seen as the nation builder, and you don't have to be the president of the country. That is the power of freelance innovation. Next. All right. So just to say, I'm talking about the four of them. The other part you want to look at is in our culture and tourism as a category of sectors. You also want to look at inclusion and empowerment, where the people from where we can never perhaps see opportunities that people benefit in the same country can also benefit. So if they are included, inclusive living is fairer and more sustainable to a country like Nigeria. And if you have innovations in all those areas, it goes a long way to empower you. Then perhaps the other areas will be in the area of tourism. Because some of us, we have all these things around the environment. We are not going to paint our cities. It is innovation that brings about digital services in the same environment to improve transportation, improve the mobility of the environment. Of course, health and every other thing would actually power, which are all signs of nation building. So I think that is actually the areas that we need. And lastly, okay, that next page, please. That next page was like a pointer that has links that can take you to so many other freelance websites. And why we want to ask, why are these freelance websites? There are 1,000,001. There are so many, and they are still coming out. You see, some people, when they want to offer a job to somebody, they want to see that you are coming from a validated channel, because like we know, Nigerians, we are known for bad names. You want to do a job to an American, they are looking at you as a 419er. But guess what? This same impression is not born out of the fact that they just hate you or that they don't know what you are doing, but just because of trust issues. But then, like I told you, trust is relative. Blockchain solutions today has taken over that, where things work. That by today, I should not be afraid of the man next to me to work with me. I can work with anybody because you can subject trust to management. We can manage trust and make sure that we are not afraid of ourselves. What matters is to go down to our business processes and make sure that our work process, our workflow is taken care of, that there is enough sanity and no non-conformities that can create operational failures, so that the system can actually move forward and positively forever for the goals that you all have subjected your relationships to. So Nigeria is also a part of that ecosystem, and it's doable, it's workable. Our politics can work, the entire system can work. But then, by how much have we put up to really redevelop and respect a process that can drive these concepts? So if businesses are doing it, even at government and at nation development or in government, these are possible. And that will take me to my next talk, which has to do with digital transformation, of course, which to do with digital transformation and strategic planning. Hello? Hello? The screen still available? Hello, moderator, is the screen still available or is it time? Right, next to this. Now, the next is that at the United Nations ICT for Seeds, where seeds means small islands and developing states. ICT for Seeds has been on this project for this is about the 12th year. We all started this in 2010 at the UN headquarters, that is at one of the high-level panels where UI and ICT for Seeds were actually looking for how countries can help grow their local environment. How can the G8, how can the third world countries and other developing countries want to venture to becoming first world of the G8 and things like that? You can imagine comparing Nigeria and say Germany, comparing Nigeria and say the United States. If you pick a flag of inflation in Nigeria, they might not be the same. Perhaps the US will be much more positive than what you get from Nigeria. So what we call the Space Initiative of the ICT for Seeds is currently a booming e-service for any of our youths. Within the pandemic year, we were lucky to get scholarship to train 10 young Nigerians. So in Nigeria, currently, we have 10 young Nigerians that were certified on this initiative. And we gave those scholarships to youths across 10 states. We remember we had Kano, we had Bauchi, we had Katsina, we have Taraba, we had Edo State, and the others were Akwa Ibom states, Benue states, and about 2 Ogo states, one more or two. These people were subjected to the strategic planning, which is to say that it does not matter what kind of work you do. Please, let's go back to the drawing boards. These are packages that are put together as graduate studies, particularly right now, because we work with the Harrisburg University of Science and Technology in the US, and the lead head of the computer programs in that institution is behind and is the leader of the faculty in this project. And this is actually the incubation plan going forward. Now, what they do here is to pick on problems, analyze the problem, and fully totally analyze the problem based on your local government, based on the entire country. And by the time you know what works for, say, Nasarawa, all the local governments in each of your in Nasarawa state, you realize that all these things can be put together, and we tell the leadership of each of the local governments to make sure they follow their strengths. And once they can follow their strengths, the collective outcome will be that the entire state can benefit from its economic development. It's a very simple strategy. And this project I will just share briefly. The next screen, please. Because it goes from analysis to an implementation. That means there's a bridge for all of us to cross. That bridge is not by noise making. That bridge is by encouraging people. That bridge is actually by encouraging youths to learn that process. And when they are done, they will be able to influence whatever it is they do and give positive services back to government or back to themselves as private operators, and so on and so forth. And these services are exportable because, like I told you, these services, if you know what to do in them, you can actually get services across. It's actually borderless. It's meant for small islands and developing states. So you can imagine how many people are in that portfolio. And if you're a freelance player and you have these countries, these organizations from different parts of the world in that as the portfolio you show the world. So by the time they are looking at you, that people, this has signed you on, this has signed you on, this has signed you on, and you have to put this, make this available on your online presence, there is no doubt anybody doubting what you can do, or perhaps wanting to relate you to a 419 because you're Black or a Nigerian or African. And these are, you stand out by virtue of what you can do. Next screen, please. So quite a lot of content will be in here. It may not really be a thing for this time of this session, but there's so much in it that it's a complete industry 4.2 transformation, 4.0 transformation. And when you say industry 4.0 transformation, you are taking the man selling bread, the woman selling bread, who leaves her home, perhaps a baby on her back. She has a basin or basket on the head with bread filled. And these people, this woman does this every day. And if you have to help the woman to innovate, to innovate what this woman does, you need to be able to see how this bread seller can perhaps increase her sales. Perhaps from things like 10,000 in a day, she can actually make sales of up to 50 or 100,000 because you have actually introduced her to digital service acumen, digital service culture. So these are supposed to be the sets of games we can subject you to. You play these games online, you get certain results, and you can now go live and begin to demonstrate it in practical lifetime. But you need the education. And these are about the last part of my talk. I may not really be able to go in detail because quite a lot, and there's a live portal that will take you through all this. This live portal does not restrict you to the content of what is happening in Nigeria. This live portal takes you through all the 190 something countries that ever exist in the world. And these data are available. All these data are actually fetched and gotten from the World Economic Forum, from the World Bank. All the research database all over the world have submitted data about every country, and you can actually online collaborate. And like I told you, the lead program director at the Harrisburg University of Science and Technology powers this project for Nigeria, and is still there because there's something we call Space for Nigeria. That is a whole long time incubation for people who want to transform their various environments. So please, next screen. All right, so these are like sign up forms. Next screen, please, so that I don't have to waste too much time. These are roundup points because these are games and information way back that on the live sites people are made to subject when they're in the program to make sure they're creating. You can actually create a digital service around whatever it is that you do, because what this tries to tell you is that you can be very good in content creation, but you know what? How do you maximize your corporate governance? How do you maximize your revenue? How do you maximize so many things, without reinventing the wheel? All these things have been done. There are research analysis, and like I say, it's a benefit portal that was designed for third world countries and of course small islands. So if people are not using these services, how will they? Even for leaders, this is very useful for every leader. How can I be a commissioner, a chairman of a local government, and I don't even know what I have to do once I win as the chairman of the local government? These are templates that gives you that internal education that if I want to tar a road, I do not necessarily have to get quotations and begin to look at which one is the highest, the biggest money. I say, oh, because this one is the biggest money, this will probably be the best in me giving out this contract. These portals will enable you, offer certain minimum knowledge that you'll be able to know that, yes, if I give out this contract, it must be at the best terms. And I would have done my due diligence, and this portal would have advised you on the best services, the best options, and sometimes can even tell you possible quotes, because whatever it is you want to do in Nigeria, many other people have done it in several other countries before, so you'll be the only one. It is only in Nigeria sometimes that you venture into a thing and you have not even done any analysis, because we just want to spend the money. And how, when you spend the money, how do you, or how are you sure that the benefit of what we are trying to do has been achieved? If that was achieved, then the citizens will not be complaining. Next screen, please. Next screen. Right, so much around in here will just be flips. There are forms. These are country level designs that people can go through and all of that. And besides, the major game for people who actually do this, and like I told you, these are major graduate degree contents in universities that are put together and is available for innovators, and I think perhaps don't even need to be in the university. Go ahead, please. Next screen. Next screen. And once you are done, you take some quizzes, and of course, certain experimentations are also available on the portal. Like they say, select a country, a sector of your choice, and run through the entire game without, making any change to the game. You have default play. You can actually set it like, oh, fine, my Ministry of Health in my state, this is what they do. This is the kind of budget they've made for the year. And we want to know what services I can offer. If you follow this target and you can render those services, you as an ordinary citizen, an indigenous of the state, you are there to offer services that when you present it to Ministry of Communication, Ministry of Health in your state, it's a done deal, because you have actually solved the problem that they were all looking for how to fix, even as a government. And this is the power to innovators today. Next, please. All right. And when we talk about problem analysis and all of that, the next is to move into implementation. Let me go, because I'm going to wrap up now. Just go next. The next is actually now, because you have to cross the bridge. In crossing the bridge, this tool now take you up to the point where you create all the relative models, the enterprise model. You can create the application advisor. You can create the platform advisor, the network advisor, and of course the security advisor. Today we teach cyber securities, and we do not even know what cyber security is all about. Where are the issues? So there are several layers to cyber security, but currently we still speak of cyber security as a balance or technology, or as a conference or workshop, but then not relating it to what is actually impacting on the economic development, for which, like I said, the innovators local to Nigeria must be on top of it. And this is actually what some of the things we are actually talking about. Next screen, please. So we have several series that you can subject any nation's issues to. The enterprise layer, moving to the other, what networks are available. Today we are talking about 5G. 5G to many Nigerians today is still news. It's still strange. Where are we? From 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're talking about 5. Have we even done much with the 4? We've not even done. So we have knowledge gap. We still have knowledge gap. We've not even done much with the 3. We've not done much with the 2 or lower. We've not even done much with the 4. But now, how can we now sit up and optimize the benefit of 5G that the government is actually advocating? And so much expenditure is actually being directed towards this. But then the attention here is that if you're offering services as a freelancer, as a startup, or whatever you think you are, these are the basic things that you need to stay and aware, so that you know what technologies you are building ahead of time. Next, please. So when models are built, next please. So we can wrap up with this. Next screen. Next screen. These are just the implementation outcomes, where you are, of course, the system and whatever it is that you have built can now show with you what you can present to a government, what you can present to an MD of a company. It could be a textile company. you can actually, from this report, share the gaps, the problems of the organization, why they are having the kind of problems that they are having. Look at it, our military, there is so much in there. If you subject this venture into the military audit, you will be able to see that there's so much that we can actually tame and understand about the problems of the insecurity that we're having in the country. It's not beyond strategic planning. Strategic planning is supposed to be a necessary service rendition by any professional. And this is actually the foundation. Next slide, please. Hello, okay, and it's still under implementation. Let's go ahead because this is rounding up. This is actually, there's actually a control panel of this logic, everything. Now, at this point, a detailed summary of what we have done. If you know what we are doing, is it in health? Is it in education? Is it in open government? And so on and so forth. You'll be able to get a detailed summary report that you can present to an organization for solving this problem. And this actually stands out as an e-service that a typical youth can use to optimize all the entire benefits of SDGs, depending on what your attention is, because the 17 SDGs are pointing to what can save the entire country. So you doing what we are doing, please don't think it's in vain. You are a nation builder, and many other people are also thinking in line with that. And that is why when we just end this by just sharing that the World Summit Award projects from Nigeria, for which we can report that the World Summit Award has been taking products from Nigeria for the last 10 years. And in almost 10 years, Nigerian innovators have been presenting projects that have been winning every year. And we feel great and happy that this is happening. So with this kind of project by Nasarawa State government, sincerely, I can go on and on, because this is actually the passion I have, that we know that it will take us and the citizens to actually help our governments to take us to the El Dorado. Next screen. Thank you so very much. And I'm very, very happy to have been party to this program at this stage. Thank you so very much, my honorable, and every guest, every participant at the event. We wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time giving. And I believe the youth are here and they're all listening. What we are always trying to let them understand, I believe, with this wonderful time you've given to us, they will go back and look at it and sit down and see what they can do for their own part, from their own part, to make sure that the concept has been achieved and the youth are making more progress when it comes to the digital economy processes to enhance the economy of the country by coming up with the initiatives, innovative ideas that will enhance some of the community solutions. So thank you so much, sir. I think with us, we have our friend, our brother, and I think he was with us the first day. And this is our last day for the classes, and he's also with us in person of Mr. Yakubu Musa from NIDDA. And I believe we are going to give him a little time for him to say a little word for our youth. And I believe he's youth too, so he's going to add more value to it. You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you very much. My brother, the FFA, ICT, and e-library. Good morning, the resource person, the team behind this, and the beneficiaries. My name is Yakubu Musa. I'm privileged to be the Acting National Coordinator, Office for Nigerian Digital Innovation, which is a subsidiary of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NIDDA. Like my brother rightly mentioned, I was part of the opening ceremony weeks ago, where I represented my boss, the DG. And I would want to start by really commending the SSA and his team for coming up with this initiative and bringing it through up to this stage. It's indeed highly commendable. And by extension, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State for graciously approving that this thing happens. And I think it would go a long way in contributing not only to the economic growth of Nasarawa State, but our digital economy by extension. The resource person, I was really, I followed through some of the things he mentioned. And like he rightly mentioned, I think digital transformation has come to stay. And we're really opportuned by the so many opportunities that technology has offered us today. And you can aspire to be whatever you want to be today, and all thanks to digital technologies. In Nigeria, we have lots of challenges, and that is where our innovative ideas and the skills we acquire can come into play, into ensuring that we address this societal challenges that would translate into benefiting us economically, and as well the nation, where we can create jobs and the like. So to the beneficiaries, I say congratulations, but the journey is just starting, and you shouldn't relent. This is just the beginning, and building your capacities, acquiring these digital skills, are really what would give you that edge over your peers. And I think Nasarawa State is going in the right direction with this initiative, and it's just for you to grab this very opportunity given to you, build on it, and see how you can harness the so many vast opportunities available in the digital economy sector. Like I mentioned earlier, we have lots of challenges in this country, and which you can really leverage on technology to solve, while also earning for yourself job, and also creating jobs for the millions of youth in Nigeria. So a big congratulations to you, and I would like to encourage you, never give up, keep pushing, and of course success would be yours, and you would contribute a lot to transforming not only Nasarawa State but Nigeria in general. We on our part, like I always tell the SSA, we're always there to support in whatever way we feel it's necessary, that we can come in and support you to ensure that you fully utilize opportunities and build yourselves and build your future as well. So thank you very much, SSA, for this opportunity, and kudos to you and your team, and keep the flag flying. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for your time given to us. And I think on behalf of the youth, we really appreciate your time. And National State too are ready to be part of every initiatives that we're going to come up with within the state. I believe Mr. Farouk, are you still there?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. Can you just continue from where you stopped? Well, sorry, we just have our visitors, you know.
All right, no problem. Today you can just project the screen up 2 minutes. I have an important meeting to attend as well. So,
all right, no problem.
Just quickly wrap up. So you can just project the screen, and then we can. Zed, I have less than another minute. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Amos Programmers, and Mr. Musa Yakub from NIDA. Thank you very much for the opportunity to have you on today's class. Without wasting much time, I think I don't really have much time myself, because I have another meeting to join from 12, and it's almost time, so I have to be late for that one as well. So we were talking about some of the communication skills you need as a freelancer, and I think we stopped at number 3. So let me just move to number 4. And we're talking about keep it short and specific. So time management and then information passing is very important and vital. So as a freelancer, you have to keep it short and simple and specific to as you are communicating to your client. So it is important that whatsoever information you are passing out to your client has to be specific, and you have to keep it short and understandable so your client can be able to understand what you are trying to communicate to them. So instead of trying to explain your own perspective of how you want to achieve your goals in a longer paragraph, it's good to keep it short and simple, just like this. Okay, so the next thing is write it down. So it is important as a freelancer, you always go around with jotters, just as Zaid said. We call it jotters, those small souvenirs or sticky notes, something you can always write down. You can use your mobile phone. There are so many applications you can write down 1 or 2 points. So it's good and important to write down 1 or 2 things down as your client is trying to, as you listen, most importantly, just like the first point I say, you should learn to listen. So as you listen, it's good to always write down, because I believe our brain is not a memory card, so it cannot carry every information we are passing. We are being passed across to. So it's important you always write down some key important things as you are taking notice of your communication with your clients. So the next thing is stop, think, and talk. Okay, so it's important you stop, think, and then you know what to say next. So there are some things that from where you are communicating with somebody, the first thing is said, you may have already feel, okay, I know what to give this person as an answer, but if you should have listened to the person to finish whatsoever he's trying to tell you, you may be able to understand more better from what you are understanding from the first 2 or 3 words the person is trying to tell you. Okay, so it's important as a freelancer you stop to listen, and then you think of what to say before you say. So whenever you're communicating with your client, it's important to stop and listen to whatsoever information your client is trying to communicate with you, and then you think about it first before you respond to that person. So these are basically like a general human and communication and standard that you need to follow as a human being, even without being a freelancer. So these are some of the basic and most important communication skills you need to acquire as a freelancer to enable you be able to maintain and even gain more clients from the freelancing space. Okay, I believe Mr. Amos have actually shed more light on the concept of freelancing and how vast it could be to everyone. So I think from this end, I can say bye bye from here. I haven't done anything to join. Thank you very much, everyone.
Um, Everyone, thank you very much. We really appreciate the effort of what you have really done today. You have shared heavy light on the minds of people, letting them know that there's kind of an opportunity out there. Just like I used to tell you people always that there's the opportunity is just so much that we cannot even just tell you that this is it. You understand? You have to find it through these programs that we're organizing, because the reason behind all this program is to kind of put you in the right direction, right? Give you the full information, what you need to know, based on our own experiences that we've been having, all the challenges that we've faced so far. You understand? Myself, I think I started on freelancing way back in 2013, right? So I've already like, I have my failures, my successes, and so many things, right? So I don't know if there's a kind of a way for me to just share something with you. I've been keeping something that I want to share with you guys. So you see kind of like a payment, like a proof of payment that I've received like online before. So that it shouldn't look like maybe something that you might be thinking, these guys, are you really sure of what you are saying or something like that? So it's good when we show you people like real life scenarios, you understand? So you see payments that we've received online before, and so it might encourage you, you understand? So you understand that yes, there's real money to be made, and you are not limited to what you can really make. So I'm coming. Let's see if I can share part of my window with you that is having a proof of payment, because it's on my slide, is on my drive, right? So okay, let's see this. Okay, yes, let me try to share this with you. Sorry, we're going off. Okay, or something. Come in, please. Let me get those files. I don't know if it's still available, but I want to grab it off so that I'll show it to you people to see. Okay, 2 more minutes. Okay, just you know, you need to see, like, you need to really see how we've been able to get some kind of fundings from the internet, right? So it will encourage you so that you can follow us, and you know that yes, what we are talking about here is real, right? We are not just talking based on what we are thinking or what other people have been saying. So we want to show you real life proof, right? Real life proof of payments online before. So I think this is kind of something to just encourage you. You understand? To show you as an encouragement, so that you follow us after this program. The subsequent programs that we're going to be holding, that's the premium program. Like, not that you'll be paying, right? But it's something that is going to show you that really we'll be making this money online, and it's going to keep you encouraged. So I will be sharing there's a slide I want to share now with you. So you are going to see it. Let me get that slide off Google slide, so you see. Okay. Okay, just coming up soon. Okay, almost there. Yes, this is the slide here. So you can see here, right? Let me enlarge this for you to see. You can see here how this slide looks. I believe you can all see the slide, right? So it just I think it shouldn't be much. That's just it's just a penny, right? I just call it a penny, so you just see. This was a payment from Fiverr. You understand? This was a payment from Fiverr. I think at I think this should be last year or last 2 years or so. So you can see the name I was using, Cash Mula on PayPal. So we use this to receive payments around 24.94 pounds. You understand? So these are real life payments, and this is not a payment like that somebody received. You understand? This was not somebody's payment. This was a payment that I received personally. So it means that if we can show you this, you understand, it's something that you can be able to make online. So we told you also we'll be trying to get you people like kind of a draft of a questionnaire of anything that you feel you want to learn. You understand? So you let us know in the questionnaire what you want to learn. For those of us that are in the WhatsApp group, I'll be sharing with the link with you people, maybe latest in the evening, right? So you'll be able to tell us what do you want to learn. But subsequently, we'll be coming up with a YouTube mini course, you understand, where you'll be able to start learning how to kind of, because I saw that so many of you like gain interest from the yesterday's course, that you want to really know about this YouTubing and so many things. And some people have been disturbing that they want to learn how to drive traffic to their affiliate products and so many things like that. So by the grace of God, we'll be coming up with the YouTube mini course where you'll be learning how to set up a profitable YouTube channel. You pick up a niche that will run for a long time, right? Not a niche that you just think about and it will just come small, and the ideas will just you just run out of ideas, and you'll be able to learn about something called the creators burnout. like when that time comes, what you need to do by that time, you need to reset and other things, right? So you learn how the algorithm works. You'll be learning about things like reverse engineering and so many things, guys. So, but it will just be a mini course where you keep yourself set things, tools that you need, right? And how to be able to create slides using your phone, right? You learn how to create slides, record your slides. So for those of us that want to complain that I don't have a computer, it's only a mobile phone I have. Most of us, yesterday Emmanuel Adano spoke to us, told us how he started also. Myself, I'm not excluded. I also started with a mobile phone, right? By then I was having a Vivo. I forgot what the Vivo, right? But I was having a Vivo smartphone, that's an Android phone, right? So I started with a Vivo phone. And if I tell you the way I was shooting videos, you would laugh. You understand? The cutting, that iron, what's it called? That bar that is inside that we use for cutting, right? I used to remove it, right? I would remove it, and there's this those white stuff that used to come with television. We used to call it foul bread. You understand? So we used to call it foul bread. So most of those things, I used it and got a masking tape, fixed it. I wasn't having a tripod stand, right? So I had to just get something done and start shooting videos. And my videos were just whack when I started. So everything was just anyhow. So I started learning, after 1 week, I started learning how to perfect everything with time, right? And so also the freelancing aspect, when we started, I remember when I lost $200 job on something called SEO, that's search engine optimization. By then, I don't even know how to lock up projects with clients. When the man just came up, it was like a fictional website that he was having. He said, okay, I should help him promote and do SEO on the website, right? So I never knew how it's been done. I had to just started chatting with him through email. You know, we chatted, and nothing happened. So I was all like, how comes? And it just went off because I don't know how to manage clients. So these are things that you need to know, you understand? And when it comes to freelancing also, you need to know about how, like, the importance of review, right? Importance of review on your profile, how to set up, how to get a professional profile image, right? Not just any image that you can just come. And some people now can do some funny things, Nigerians. You think when you're on freelancing platform, you just come and then you want to snap and you want to update your profile image, and you come and do like, God help us, and things like that. So you don't have to come on a freelancing platform and do like that. So you need to understand that freelancing is a business. You take it like a job. That is a job for you. You understand? You take it like your everything. I'll put it like that. Take it like your everything, and then you're going to succeed. Because something that you're very serious about and passionate about, that's the thing that you can be able to manage and then work towards it, learn with time, and then you continue, right? So you'll be, during the freelancing classes, you'll start learning how to get a professional profile description, and you know how to do pricing. You see, I gave you like a scenario when I was doing SEO, right? SEO on somebody's website. I couldn't be able to manage a project worth $200. It just went off, slide off. I spent 2 weeks inside the room without going out. I used to pray inside the house by then. Let me tell you the truth. I used to pray inside the house. I would keep my prayer mat. I just kept my agreement with God. Sorry, for these 2 weeks, I'll be inside the house. I'll be praying. My wife is unsteady for 2 weeks. I was just inside the room. You understand? Trying to make sure that I get my first job done, and it was on Fiverr, right? So you'll be able to learn all of these things by the special grace of God, guys. So and also this we'll be talking about again. You'll be learning how to set up your packages, right? Because they are very, very important in terms of in the life of a freelancer. Because you need to learn how to upscale, and the rest, how to brand yourself, how to communicate, how to set up templates that is going to help you in the future. Because you need to set up automation that if somebody comes and tell you hi, you already have something that you're going to respond to him as a template and other things, guys. So we're having our daddy here also that the SSA is going to introduce. So I'll give him the space to make the introduction, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Zaid. Our big brother and also our uncle, our father, He has been trying to connect with us since for a while, but right now I believe he's ready and he's with us right now in person of Mr. Aliu Mohammed, our registrar, Computer Professional Registration Council. You know, today is our lucky day. We are having the president, and his second is also here, the registrar, and the youth are also here. So it's a time for the youth to increase, to be motivated for seeing the professionals in the field today. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother, Malam Haruna Sani, and then SSC to the governor on ICT. I'm very much happy and I appreciate the opportunity for being here together with you. And I want to pass the goodwill of the Computer Professional Council, Registration Council of Nigeria. I want to also personally appreciate you and tell you that you are doing a very wonderful job here. And I believe if this can continue, the youth, Nasra will be more like an enabling ground or maybe an initial point of contact in terms of harnessing and leveraging the technology for youth development and also solving situations in relation to youth restiveness and other vices. By the time this kind of program is replicated and broadcasted over other climes or rather other environment, particularly in this part of the country, the northern geography, I believe it will go a long way into solving so many of this problem relating to crimes, not just crimes, even in terms of digital opportunities. Like what I had, the freelance, something that was also, I was coming in and out. I really enjoy part of the lectures I had about the last but one speaker. It's really innovative and it's very, very important to the present youth because NFTs is the order of the way. I mean, of the road. The world is going towards blockchain. And if our youth of this country can now harness that opportunity, I believe there will be a lot of changes in terms of opportunities for business and also opportunities of being productive. I had an underlining statement. He was talking about you don't need even government, you don't need anywhere you don't need to even know anybody. And that is the world today. You don't need to know anybody. Just try as much as possible. Read hard, focus, develop whatever you need to develop, and also open up your horizons in terms of the visions you have towards achieving your goals in the very near future. And I salute the courage of my SSC ICT Nasarawa State. And I also want to give it up to the executive governor of Nasarawa State. And I'm happy that he has been involved even in the national fora on the issue that relates to ICT. CPN is always ready to help, to collaborate, and to partner in this kind of positive direction. I wish you all the best, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We are really happy for your time and you've been with us for a longer time. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you, sir. I think from here, Zaidu, can you just go ahead to complete our class for today and also give them more light on how our assessment is going to be and also final exams. And also the people that we are talking about, the attendance and the empowerment of within, please enlighten them more on how such things can be done. Thank you so much.
Attendance people, I know they are still here. If people are not disturbing today about attendance, why? Okay. So, with all this being said, right? So you just need to know that. Look, you see, I am still as young as, I don't know, And some of you are even older than me in the comment section. I believe so. You understand? See, whether you are a work like you've been teaching, you understand? You've been teaching before and you are retired from your place of work. It doesn't, some people, I will be surprised, and some people will be like, that's when they want to faint or something. Why should you faint? Is it because you as in no idea or lack of information or what? You are supposed to be happy. You are retiring to come and have more time to work at home, stay at home. You do whatever you want to do at any time, sleep and wake up whenever you want. But actually, what really matters is what? Information. You need to know what you are doing in the IT space. If you don't know what you are doing in the IT space, wow, you'll be duped. You'll be, I don't know, they'll just scam you, right? So, but you need to know what you are doing. So, and we are here to assist you, right? We are here to assist you. Just like I tell you, I told you before that we will try to start our mini course. The introduction, if I'm not so exhausted today, I'll start the introduction today. You understand? We just start creating like some pre-recorded videos and start putting it on our channel, so you can start coming and start watching how to start setting up your YouTube channel. If you are a stay-at-home mom, you are a full-time housewife, that's even an opportunity, because you will just be at home. You're not going anywhere. The only thing is, if you just have like free time in your family, you have free time, go for vacation anywhere you like and relax. That is the opportunity of what the internet can deliver to you. You can be anywhere. I remember when I just last week or so, I was going to the bank to rectify some issues in the bank. When I just opened my laptop, some people were just looking at me like, what this guy wants to do? Maybe he's a Yahoo or something. No, it's just the meaning of that is you can turn anywhere as your office. Anywhere is your office when you are having a laptop, a mobile phone that is connected to the internet. The internet is just simply as the world is looking, right? The internet is simply connecting different computers together. You understand? Because the internet doesn't know you as an individual, right? It's just connecting. Your computer is what it knows. And through what? Through the IP. You understand? Because the IP is the name that the internet knows, not you. That is even behind the laptop and touching whatever you're touching. So guys, please, I used to beg you people, please take this very, very serious. It's very, very profitable. For those of us that have registered their Warrior Plus account, congratulations. I love you people for that. It means that you are so serious. You want to really keep yourself financially stable. So YouTube is a perfect way to get free traffic. You know, you people, when you ask me a question on WhatsApp, I'll just say it's all about the traffic, right? So YouTube can offer you multiple of traffic. You know, when you get traffic sometimes, but you will just be afraid. You look at is clicking. That's what people are doing. They just touch, you get one traffic. They touch, you get another traffic. Imagine how many people can touch in 1 minute. I tested a platform last year, right? I tested a platform for 1 month. I test run a platform that gave me over 4,000 of traffic in less than 30 minutes. Me, I was just like, I couldn't shout. I was just inside my room, I couldn't shout. You understand? So it's just all about what? Getting the information. And when you get the information, hold it. Imagine those people that are keeping out courses for you, paid courses and things like that. Somebody is saying something here, Saminu. You are saying that Warrior Plus is denying your account. No, I don't think so. There's something that you're doing wrong. Watch that video again. You understand what I did there. Everything I've done, do it. I told you people, open a new email address that is meant for your business. Nobody cares about your personal whatever that you're doing. Open a new email address and do whatever that you need to do, right? Just do what I told you to do there. Do it. So thank you very much. I think this class is not for Warrior Plus and this class is not for other things, right? So we've really done a lot today. Freelancing, you need to monitor so many things. You need to take it as your business, whatever. So when we get to the revision side, when we get to revision section, we are going to take you again from what we have started from the beginning downwards. Then when we do it, I'll still explain to you again some things about freelancing that you need to know then. So because I don't want to, some people come here, MBO, we don't want to finish much of your MBO. So by the grace of God, you are going to be successful. That's what I believe. But you have to be serious. So if you are not serious, tough. So guys, regarding our test is coming up. You have to be serious. You know how the attendance question used to be. This time around, it will be serious if you want to survive. So thank you very much, and prepare for everything. Prepare for exam, test, everything. The people that qualify for t-shirts, your names are with us. You are going to receive mails, right? I told you people yesterday are going to receive mails. We'll get back to you. That's the end of today's section. I don't think there's anything that we'll have to tell you people again. Anything, SSA, do you have anything that you want to say again? Tom. So we'll communicate to you any other information. You are going to go to our site, www.dnihubs.com/events. You are going to see everything. We'll be waiting for you there. So attendance, see, I'm kind of exhausted now. In the next 10 minutes, go and sign attendance. Bye-bye.